Aladdin won true love. Aladdin, Princess Jasmine, and Jasmine's tiger Raja were relaxing in the palace courtyard when they heard a familiar voice. "I'm back," the genie yelled. "How's my favorite couple?" "We've missed you," Jasmine said. "How was your trip around the world?" "Fabulous," the genie replied. "I saw the pyramids in Egypt, went skiing in Sweden, and worked on my tan in the Caribbean. I'm a nice shade of blue, don't you think?" A spark flew from the genie's finger, and soon Aladdin and Jasmine were surrounded by gifts from every country the genie had visited. He'd brought a special surprise for Aladdin, a kangaroo from Australia. "Whoa, little guy," Aladdin said, as the kangaroo bounced over his foot. But the animal didn't stop. It just kept hopping until it leaped all over the place. "Hey, hold on," Aladdin yelled. He turned to Jasmine. "I'd better catch it." "Be careful," Genie yelled as Aladdin took off. "Kangaroos know how to box." "Oh, Genie, it's good to have you back in Agrabah," said Jasmine. Then she noticed that he looked a little sad. "What's the matter?" she asked. "You seem blue." "I've always been blue," said he said with a grin. Then he got serious. "All that traveling was great, but I was a bit lonely," he said. "I wish I could find another genie to share my life with." Jasmine put her hand on the genie's shoulder. "I know how you feel," she said. "I went through a lot of suitors before I found my one true love." The princess began to tell the genie her story. "I told my father that I wanted to marry for love," Jasmine exclaimed. "But the law said I had to marry a prince. No matter what I said, my father wouldn't listen to me. He summoned every suitor he could find to come and court me." "Sounds like you were pretty popular," the genie commented. "Popular? Yes," Jasmine replied. "Happy? No." "At first I tried to make the best of the situation," Jasmine said. "I know my father was counting on me. He had the seamstress make brand new outfits for me. It was fun in the beginning, trying on one beautiful outfit after another." "You must have looked gorgeous, darling," interrupted the genie. "And then, of course, there were the jewels. It all seemed too good to be true, till I met the suitors," Jasmine said with a sigh. "Then I wasn't so excited." "First there was Prince Achoo, or at least that's what I called him," Jasmine continued. "Princess Jasmine," he said. "Achoo! It's so achoo! Nice to meet you." The genie laughed. "Was he allergic to you?" he asked. "Not me," said Jasmine. "Just my perfume, the throne room, and everything in the palace. I couldn't take it, so I sent him packing. He sneezed his way out the door." "As the days passed, each suitor seemed worse than the one before," Jasmine said. "Next was the one I called Prince Macho. The princess I will marry will do all the cooking and cleaning, and whatever other housework is needed," he told me. I was shocked. "You want me to wait on you hand and foot?" I asked. "It is important for me to relax," Prince Macho said. "Oh, really?" I said. "It's important to me that my husband isn't living in the Stone Age." He stormed off. I was happy that he left. "Wow, that sounds terrible," the genie said. "I'm glad you got rid of him." "Next was Prince Wishy-Washy," said Jasmine. I asked him what he'd like to do. "Whatever you like to do, princess," he replied. "Sounds like a barrel of laughs," the genie said. Jasmine smiled. I asked him what he'd like to eat. "Whatever you eat, princess," he replied. So I decided to have a little fun. I told him we were having roasted ant pitas and with rat hummus for lunch. He turned green and left the room. "Princess, I'm shocked," the genie said, laughing. She smiled at him impishly. "Well, at least he made up his mind about something. I was very happy with his decision." Just when I almost lost hope, I met Aladdin, Jasmine said. "He rescued me from an angry street vendor. After I took an apple for a hungry child. Then, with your help, Genie, he turned himself into a prince and came to my balcony." "Yeah, I'll never look better," the genie said. "But it wasn't how he looked, Genie. It was what he said. He told me he understood I wasn't a prize to be won, and that I should be able to decide who I wanted to marry." Then he took me on the most wonderful ride on the magic carpet, and true love blossomed. Jasmine smiled happily, then looked over at the genie. He was bawling like a baby. "Genie, Genie, what's wrong?" the princess asked. "That was the sweetest story I ever heard," said the genie between sobs. Jasmine laughed and became a bit embarrassed. "Genie, you can find the same happiness that Aladdin and I share. I just know your special genie is out there." "Really?" asked the genie. "Yes, really," Jasmine replied. Just then, Aladdin showed up with the kangaroo. "You were right, Genie. The kangaroo has a strong right punch," he said, holding his arm. "No time to talk, Al," said the genie, rushing past. "I've got a genie to find, and not a thing to wear." "What's with him?" Aladdin asked Jasmine. "He wants to have what we have," the princess replied with a smile. "True love." Within minutes, the genie reappeared. He did a quick fashion show for Jasmine and Aladdin. "Do I go for the handsome banker look, or maybe the preppy golfer thing? Or what about a surfer dude with Tide?" "With Tude." "Which one works best?" the genie asked. "You want someone to like you for who you are on the inside," Jasmine advised. "Just be